guest is Terrain, and Terrain, you'll have to let me know if I said the name right.
Absolutely. You did a fantastic job saying my name. So thank you, Thomas, for the
Oh,
opportunity and for
you're,
getting my name right.
you're welcome. All right. Well, I'll let you introduce yourself and let everybody know about what it is that you have for us today.
Perfect. Hello, everybody. My name is Terrain. I am the owner of the Behind the Shade show, where we talk about everything relationship related. So we tackle the personal, we tackle the professional, we tackle the romantic. So, what I'm going to do today is I want to bring to you, each and every one of you, something that I do here. So, I am going to share my screen here. But before I do so, I just want to make sure that everyone is okay with this because we are going to debunk some myths and we're going to have some uncomfortable truth. So let me begin by sharing my screen here. Okay. So my presentation is, are you committed to creating love? I know many of us all want it. Many of us have been heartbroken by it, and many of us know someone that just seems like they can't figure it out. So, hopefully, at the end of my segment here, I can help you with one of the three, but ultimately all three. So, introduction, once again, my name is Terrain. I'm the owner of Behind the Shade Show, and we talk about many things related to our relationships. So, just to give you guys a high overview at some of the stats here, marriages rates per 1,000 people in the United States, Germany, Japan, Sweden, all the way down to where I'm located in Canada. In 1991, it was much better than what it is today. And there's many reasons for that. But one thing I think people tend to forget is the way we view marriages have changed. So now we have the rise in common law unions. Back in the day, my grandmother used to always tell me, Thomas, and for those listening, that are you really going to have a woman with you and you're going to live in sin? Because she thought we're going to do all kinds of crazy things away from her ever and forever glaring eye. But that's not necessarily the case these days. Some people want to test drive the car, as they say, before they make that purchase. So what we're seeing is we're seeing the rise in common law unions as marriages traditionally have gone down, they've actually increased. And if you guys note here, the average age of marriages was 25.6. Now is actually 35.3. So what we're seeing is we're seeing men and women and everything in between, non-binary, gender fluid. What they're doing now is they're waiting a little bit longer because of school, because of their career opportunities, because they're just trying to make sure that Johnny down the street is actually the right person for them. So the dating commitments. Number one, and most importantly, make sure you fix yourself first. Many of us have past trauma that we don't know how to resolve, or, and I know that I've experienced this, and a lot of people that I work with have experienced this, you're too proud to admit it. Don't let the sins of your past prevent the success of your future. So that boyfriend you had in the past, that girlfriend you had in the past, the crazy ex that continues to follow you wherever you go, make sure you fix yourself and your situation first before you enter anything new. You owe it to yourself, you owe it to the person, but most importantly, you owe it to your peace and to your happiness. Who are you? This is sometimes known as, what do you bring to the table? I know my dating experiences on the first or second date, it seems like an interview. Who are you? Where are you going? How much do you earn? Where do you work? Are you 6 feet tall? Do you have 6 inches? Do you have six figures? Many men have come victim or fallen victim to the three sixes: 6 figures, 6 feet, and the legendary 6 inches. It is definitely more to that. You want to make sure that if you were to strip away all of your credentials, if you were to strip away your job title, who are you? But more importantly, who do you want to be? Do you want to be a husband? Do you want to be a wife? Do you want to be an LTR, a long term relationship? What is it that you want to bring to the table outside of your credentials, your education, your job? That is a definitely difficult conversation that we need to have within ourselves before we can date healthily, successfully, and with good intention. That brings me to my next point: in good faith. Approaching the relationship in good faith by setting expectations of yourself. Remember, that is most importantly, expectations of yourself, and then creating boundaries for the type of dating result or results that you want. Are you the type of person that you're just thinking a wham, bam, and thank you, ma'am? Is it a casual situation? You need to be upfront. You need to have that conversation. Are you looking to get married? If that's the case, is the person that you're dating have a similar state of mind? Do they want to get married? Is religion going to be a part of your relationship? Is it going to be part of your children? Are you going to have children? Where are you going to live? Is the person you meet today the person you can marry tomorrow? And that's what setting boundaries and creating boundaries and maintaining them. That's how you find out if what you're doing today is going to give you the result you want tomorrow. I want it all, but are you the type of man that the women that you want to date would want? So I'll give you guys an example here. In my 20s, I'm in my early 30s now. In my 20s, I couldn't date to save my life. I would get first dates, maybe second dates, but I just couldn't figure it out. And then one day I said, Terrain, what are you looking to do? What is it that you want? So I started asking the consumer, meaning I started asking the women that would tell me no, the type of man that they want. If it truly is a dating market, what is the market demands? What are the market's expectations? These are things that you're going to have to navigate and begin to ask, because no one is so great, no one is so unique that they can just appear and say, ladies, here I am God's gift to you all. Because remember, God rested on the seventh day, but he created me on the sixth. No one is so special. So we have to make sure that we're asking the right questions. Questions, and more questions, right? Make sure you guys figure out who you want, what you want, and how you're going to obtain it. So to summarize, fix yourself first and ask yourself, who are you? Make sure you approach everything in good faith. And you may want it all, but do you have it all to offer the person that you want? And as I will close today, is I want to share one thing. It is you guys can find me at facebook.com behind the shades. You can go to my website behindtheshades.ca, because I want to make sure that each and every one of you understand what is going on. And I do see a note that you guys weren't able to see my slides, but what I could do is I can also share the slides with each and every one of you. I can send it out if that's okay with you, Thomas. And we can definitely help each and every one of you find love in all the right places, because I know some of us have found it in all the wrong places.
Hmm. Yeah, appreciate that, Terrain. If you can pop that inside of the comments section, your info, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, the slides were they stopped going, but we got you presenting, which was lovely. So that works out perfect. But yeah, please put your information in so that they can find you later on. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity. I will definitely do that.
Thank you. We'll talk to you soon, and thank you for coming in.